Ruben Amorim is the manager I have chosen to back as a Manchester United supporter. Guys, listen to this.
It's one way, and we are going to do it. We will adapt some players because you don't have the right profile. This team was built for a different system. On Sunday, you will see the list of players, the starting 11. You don't feel a lot of change, but you will feel it in the game during the positioning, in the way they receive the ball or to cover the ball. It's one way. And
now, give me one reason why on earth you wouldn't back such a man. Welcome to the United Sport. My name is Webb, and we are here to give you 5 key points we took out from Ruben Amorim's pre-match press conference, or his first official press conference as the head coach of Manchester United. Listen, speaking solutions, but before solutions, he has already highlighted the problems that Man United has, and we all saw the same problems. All of them are about the players. And he also knows that we know these problems, because even in his speech, he keeps saying, I know you all don't trust these players, but I trust them. I've got to believe in them. If I don't believe in them, then they can't believe in themselves. But listen, let's get it. The first key point that Ruben Amorim made clear is that these players have got to work on their physicality. We've seen it for the longest time. I've called them lazy. Some of you have attacked me here for calling United. The coach himself is saying it himself. This is one of the first things he has seen. Also, how they don't track back. That's all part of laziness. Talking about how he needs to work on their physicality and how they track back defensively, how they organize and set out themselves as a team. That has been a big problem at Manchester United, and he's saying he's going to work on that. Clearly, he's showing you the problem and promising you a solution. Now, he spoke about, and clearly this guy was watching Man United games. He said, even in the past games, you would see them. There are games where they would start slow, but drop off. Then the second half, the same players without any tactical change come and inspire themselves to put on a fight. So they were just, what he's saying is they were just not consistent in their energy levels. He's saying he's hoping he can get them to have the mentality to run with the same intensity from the start to the end of the game. That's what he expects. 3, he speaks about his playing style, saying, this is how I believe in playing football. This is how we should believe. The players from the first day should feel like they believe in the way we want to play, and that's the only way they are going to push, knowing that it will work. If you're not sure of how you want to play as a manager, players will not back you because they will not have a full belief in you and whatever you're doing. So he's saying, guys, this for me, and I'm not changing it. This is how I want to play football. This squad was built for a different system, but football is the same. Whether you play the back 5 or a back 10 or whatever, football is the same. The principles, the basics, guys. He is the guy telling us what we've already been saying. We need at least to first work on the basics, the small things. Isn't this a manager you'd love to back?
it's one way, and we are going to do it. We will adapt some players because you don't have the right profile. This team was built for a different system. On Sunday, you will see the list of players, the starting 11. You don't feel a lot of change, but you will feel it in the game during the positioning, in the way they receive the ball or to cover the ball. It's one way.
Now, what he has made clear is that he is going to try to adopt certain players to playing a certain way, because the squad was not built to play the back 3, the 3-4-2-1 or 3-4-3 system. But he says he's going to try and adapt those players. Then after that, he spoke highly about how important it is for him to be in control, or to have a big say when it comes to signings, because he's the coach. At the end of the day, if the team is not performing, it's him to get sacked or to account. So he's saying he is going to have a big say when it comes to new signings, but it will certainly all depend on first working with these players to see where they need to fit players. That's very important. Clarity, honesty. He says all players look interested in playing, but of course he understands that it's because everyone is excited. It's a new coach, a new head coach and stuff. So he knows that this team, this fire, will cool down at some point. That's maturity in this man's head. You listen to Ruben Amorim speak, and I love it. The confidence he has got for me. He doesn't really have the arrogance, the annoying arrogance of Jose Mourinho, but he has got this. There's an appealing confidence he has got in himself that I love to see in a Man United manager. You love to see it. There's a warmth about, there's an energy and belief about him that you love to see. Guys, this for me is a man I'm willing to back. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I'm going to be here to back him. I'll tell you on Sunday. I'm doing a watch along. I hope it doesn't distract me from focusing on the game. Probably I'll do it in the second game because the first game I want to pay attention to every detail meticulously before I go into a watch along and react on it. I'm bringing back the live show here on the United Sport. We are getting the live show back now because at least there is more energy, there is more fire. This is a guy we are all believing. We see a direction. He says he's going to give this club an identity, and from the word go, from the start, he's going to give this team an identity that he believes in. Isn't that important? This has not been there at Manchester United. He says he goes on to speak about the players and the personnel, saying, yes, even on Sunday, you look at the starting 11 and you see they are the same players, perhaps not a lot of changes, but you will see a difference in their mentality and how they play. This is a guy promising us to expect something exciting with all levels of confidence. For me, that's very important. I've listened to him critically, and honestly, I have every reason to be excited to watch the game against Ipswich. I have every reason to believe. I've got every reason to be psyched up, fire myself up, expecting something good. And I'll tell you guys, we're just 4 points off the top four. If it all starts well, let me tell you, he may not have that full confidence to tell us where he thinks we will end in this season because, he has got to study the league, understand it. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. But listen, not a gone season. He keeps emphasizing how he's aware that Man United has got to be winning games of football, despite the fact that we're in a rebuilding phase. He has got to win games of football. And the reason he has got a 2.5 year contract is because in 2 years, Ineos will certainly see, and everyone, even the fans, the players, everyone will see whether we are on the right track, we are going somewhere or not, and drop off. So for me, there is that clarity that I love from this man, and it's amazing. I'll tell you, it's amazing to see. So beautiful stuff there coming in from Ruben Amorim. I hope it works, but I love how he energizes the players. He spoke about how Jose Mourinho, sent him a text telling him United is a beautiful club. We all know that Jose Mourinho up to now misses Man United, and of course how Mourinho is the first manager from Portugal to make them all believe that you can do it on the biggest stage. Then he speaks with a lot of respect, highly about all the past Man United, managers that came in, from including Eric Ten Hag, speaking about how he was the best outside the top leagues in Europe. He was the best you could ever find, but he also failed. He understands that it's a difficult job, but he wants to do it his way, and he has got a lot of belief in himself as a dreamer that is the right man in the right moment. Reflecting on the Jose Mourinho time, you see, when you remember when Jose Mourinho arrived at Chelsea, he was in 2005, I think. He was almost as young as Ruben Amorim. But of course, he had come as a Champions League winner with FC Porto. Now, Amorim does not, and he's humble enough to say, "I don't arrive as a Champions League winner, but I think I'm the right man in the right moment." Talking about, not this. He consistently spoke about how he's going to be the right man to improve individual players. Speaking about how we need to watch how players receive the ball, how they move. I showed you here. I told you of how he was showing Kobe Maino how to position his body when he's receiving a ball or when he's making a pass. This individual improvement is very important, guys. For me, I am for Ruben Amorim. I don't know about you, but I'm backing this man 150%. My name is Webb. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you later, fam. It's a weekend. Rotate it.